Green plasma, how dry nettle formats your blood and lymph. Nettles are not just a weed that you are used to avoiding at the fence. This is a biological repository in which the survival code is encrypted. It contains chlorophyll, vitamins A, C, K, the entire B group, bioavailable iron, calcium, magnesium, and more than 100 active compounds that act directly on the human hematopoietic system. Unlike synthetic vitamins from pharmacies, which your body perceives as foreign agents, spam that must be disposed of immediately through the kidneys, these nutrients are recognized by cellular receptors as their building blocks. This fundamental difference determines the entire further chain of biochemical reactions. It is the difference between living on a predatory interest rate loan and accumulating the capital of your hematological system. Molecular mimicry, chlorophyll versus hemoglobin. Observations show that the nutrients of young nettles selectively activate hemoglobin synthesis pathways in red blood cells. Few people know that the chlorophyll molecule is almost identical to the human hemoglobin molecule, with the exception of one atom in the center. In plants, it is magnesium. In us, it is iron. When you take spring nettle powder, you are literally giving your blood the blueprints for the production of new, highly efficient oxygen carriers. This causes your energy background to switch from a sluggish survival mode to a state of full combat readiness. Traditional medicine has always used nettle as an ultimate blood tonic because the line between support and complete hematological reboot is much thinner here than it seems at first glance to the uninitiated. The intrigue of nettle lies in its cumulative-accumulative effect and the absolute invisibility of the first signs of action. Anyone who starts taking a high-quality powder will not feel an instant artificial shock like from an energy drink or a dose of caffeine. The system works quieter and deeper. First comes a strange, almost forgotten clarity of consciousness. Then there is a gradual but irreversible decrease in chronic fatigue. Sleep becomes deeper, and recovery from physical or mental stress accelerates significantly. This is a signal that the green plasma has already begun to modulate the work of your blood at the cellular level. Pharmaceutical censorship and German protocol. Clinical studies confirm that in Germany, nettle has been officially included in the treatment of anemia and severe inflammatory diseases since the 1980s. This is not just a grandmother's remedy, it is a systemic renewal of the body's circulatory chain, recognized at the state level where effectiveness is valued. The mystique of nettles is manifested in how persistently they try to ignore it. There are documented cases where multinational pharmaceutical giants have lobbied for strict restrictions on advertising nettle products in Western countries. What for? To classify it as a medicinal product, depriving it of the right to mass sell it as an ordinary superfood. If people find out that the weed under their feet is replacing a course of expensive iron-containing drugs and immunomodulators, the industry will lose billions. The plant literally changes the rules of the game around itself. Past observers have noted that in the regions of Eastern Europe, where young nettles were traditionally consumed as tea and dry powder throughout the winter, hemoglobin and immune endurance levels were statistically 20 to 30% higher. This is a physical reminder. Nature does not tolerate monopoly. Nettles are a sovereign resource that cannot be patented or placed under full commercial control. Survival strategy. Why powder? Traditional knowledge has always advised collecting nettles where they grow in harmony with the forest, rather than trying to synthesize their components in sterile, dead laboratory walls. One of the darkest pages in the history of modern nutritionology is the conscious confusion between live nettle and cheap synthetic analogs. The marketing campaigns of the 2000s looked identical, promising energy and focus. but making a mistake in choosing a product costs years of quality health. You can get a temporary boost by simply adding a synthetic vitamin to a capsule, but this will inevitably be followed by depletion of your internal reserves. The traditional verification method is not a bright label, but a thorough examination of the certificate for the content of chlorophyll and minerals. If the manufacturer does not specify the exact concentration of the active ingredients, you are looking at a commercial dummy. Nettles specifically mimic ordinary grass, testing your vigilance. While promoted spirulina or chlorella require specific cultivation conditions and sterile environmental control, nettle grows aggressively everywhere, acting as a natural lymph concentrate. This plant is a real strategist. In spring, it preserves the active substances in its first shoots with such a density that their concentration reaches an absolute peak. In scientific circles, these compounds are called the building code of blood. Just a few grams of this powder can activate thousands of dormant red blood cells in one blood circulation cycle. Observations show that even the cells of the bone marrow, the holy of holies of your body, instantly respond to this impulse. This is a warning that your hematopoietic system is not designed to passively wait for old age. The warrior's plant and the alchemical guide. In alchemical traditions, nettles were considered a conduit between life force, Mars, and physical exhaustion. It was used in rituals requiring extreme recovery of vital forces. It was believed that nettles open up a second wind, but the price of this gift is iron discipline. It's a warrior's plant. It guards the boundary between hematological balance and pathology, protecting the sovereignty of your body. The intrigue lies in the fact that the availability of nettles is just a mask. The apparent simplicity hides the complexity of the molecular structure, which has been bypassing any pharmaceutical patents for decades. Pharmacology simply cannot single out one active component because only the whole synergy works. The forest has a powerful root network connecting hundreds of plants into a single superorganism. Nettles don't just grow in the soil, they take over the territory. This underground network transmits danger signals and distributes resources throughout the colony. This is an example of the collective intelligence that you absorb along with the powder. Nettles cannot be destroyed by harvesting one crop. Her strength lies in a hidden community of roots that will produce medicine for decades. In a world where every organism is someone's target, nettles stand untouched. This is the highest degree of biological sovereignty. Extraction technology, razor blade. The history of medicine knows nettles as a salvation and as a challenge, but making real powder is a razor's edge path. The slightest deviation in drying technology, exposure to temperatures above 40 degrees, or direct sunlight, and the blood elixir turns into useless hay. In ancient practices, the preparation of the drug was accompanied by strict protocols. Today, synthetic vitamins have replaced this labor, but nettles remain a reminder that nature does not heal without respect for its processes. Synthesized analogs have been used in clinics for half a century, but no chemist has been able to recreate the subtle synergy that a living leaf provides. The ancient family tree of this plant goes back to the era when the world did not yet belong to corporations. Nettles teach us that true power is always hidden behind a modest facade. Unlike supplements with loud promises, it invites you to contact through a burn and an inconspicuous appearance. But this contact will be the first step for someone who has regained his vigilance. The global conspiracy of fatigue. Don't let the system do the thinking for you. Look for the truth where they try to hide it behind trademarks. Nettles are the key to understanding how your energy works on a fundamental level. The pharmaceutical industry hides this secret because it is too cheap. Why did elite athletes of the old school use nettles instead of synthetics? Because nature does not give side effects in the form of kidney stones or hormonal imbalance. Synthetic vitamins are a loan at an exorbitant interest rate. You get a boost today, but you pay for years of kidney and liver wear tomorrow. Nettle doesn't replace your nutrients. It teaches your body how to produce them properly. It's an investment. In the 1990s, Eastern European Olympic teams using this secret ingredient showed a 25% increase in hemoglobin without any doping. But this information has never made it onto the covers of Western magazines. The system protects profits. If you can buy health for $5 a month in a meadow, who's going to buy pills for hundreds? Nettle contains more than 100 active compounds in an ideal proportion. It's not just a supplement, it's a full range of nutrition for your mitochondria and red blood cells. The blood ages the fastest. The global anemia epidemic is not an accident. Over the past 50 years, the level of iron deficiency has increased by 40%. This is the result of stress, toxic food, and empty vitamins. Nettle is an antidote that nature has given us for free. The difference between pharmacy dependence and biological sovereignty lies in your knowledge. The ritual of awakening. Nettle picking is meditation. Spring, the first dew, drying in the shade. No chemicals. The process that connects you to the earth. Those who have switched to real nettles describe a state of blood crystal. It's not a thrill, it's a return to the norm of your youth. But remember, 95% of what is sold is garbage. How to tell the difference? The color should be dark emerald. The smell is fresh like mown grass, not old hay. The taste is tart, slightly sweet. The effect occurs after 3 to 4 weeks of disciplined intake. If nothing happened, you bought the dust. Store the powder in a vacuum or sealed glass, protecting it from light. Otherwise, the active chlorophyll will die in 6 months. Your blood is a battery. When you drink synthetics, you discharge them for the sake of a flash. When you take nettles, you charge them with the energy of the sun, preserved in the leaf. The system wants you to be tired. A tired person is easier to manage. An energetic person asks questions. An energetic person is sovereign. Using nettles is an act of biological rebellion. This is a rejection of the role of the eternal patient. This is a return to the role of the creator of his reality. Don't believe the ads. Trust your body's sensations. It's older than any corporation. It remembers how to be healthy. Subscribe to our channel to rediscover the world that has always been there for you. Seek the truth beyond permitted knowledge. In the next release, we will show a specific logging protocol that preserves 99% of the active code. Don't miss it. Spring only comes once a year. History is written by those who dare to look at the root. Be sovereign.